Hello everyone. The today's topic is probability. In this topic, we will learn the concept of probability using the classical approach and axiomatic approach. We will also see some fundamental concepts, some fundamental theorems of probability, and also we will solve some examples, some simple examples of probability. So let's start the session. So we will start this session with the concept of probability with classical approach. Okay. Classical approach or the classical probability. Classical 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 probability. Classical probability. Okay. So the classical probability. Classical classical probability. Okay. So the concept of this probability, suppose you perform the experiment and in that experiment uh, there are n possible outcomes are there, that is favorable. Okay, let's say first of all I write down the definition. Probability of a, its notation is probability of a, p of a is okay, probability it is denoted as p of a. Suppose this is a is any event. Suppose we perform the experiment, omega is the sample space and a is event defined on that sample space. Okay, so we define this concept probability to that event a, and it is defined as number of favorable outcomes number of favorable outcomes to the event divided by total number of divided by total number of possible outcomes to the event. Okay, it is equals to m upon n. Suppose m is the this is the number of favorable outcomes to the event, and this n is total number of possible outcomes to that event. Okay, so suppose if I perform the experiment, okay, let's understand this with simple example. Experiment is rolling a die. Okay. So what is the sample space here? The sample space omega is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Uh, and suppose now if I am asking you find out if I ask you find out the probability of obtaining even numbers. Okay. So suppose the event A is equals to obtaining even numbers. Okay. So how you will find this probability of A? P of A is equals to m upon n. M is total number of favorable outcomes. So in this sample space or for this event A, how many even numbers are there? So that is 3. Divided by total number of possible outcomes, that is this n of omega. Okay, so that will be 6. So P of A, it will be 1 upon 2 for this event A. Okay, so in this way we find out this probability. We will see more examples of probability further. Just I took this example here for your understanding. Okay. Now some remarks for this definition. Now let's see some remarks for the concept of this probability. The value of this probability of A, it always lies between 0 and 1. The proofs are not required for your syllabus. Okay, those theorems, their results. Okay, thus the statements of results are sufficient for you. Okay, the proofs are not expected. The second one, the probability of A complement is equals to 1 minus probability of A. Okay, so we can also write it as probability of A plus probability of A complement, it will be 1. Okay, so these are the simple results and the important results regarding the probability. Okay, now let's solve some examples of probability. So see this first example here. A card is selected at random from a well shuffled ordinary deck of 52 playing cards. Find the probability of getting a spade card and a face card. Okay, so simple problem this one is. So let's see its solution. Okay, so ordinary deck of 52 playing cards is there. Okay, so among these 52 cards we have to select one card. Okay, so here the first okay, what is the event here? A is here getting spade cards. Okay, how many spade cards are there out of this 52? There are 13 spade cards are there. Okay, so therefore m is equals to 13. Okay, and what is n? N is total number of outcomes. Okay, that means total cards are 52 here. Okay, so clearly n is 52 here. So the probability of A, which is nothing but probability of getting spade card, is equals to m upon n. What is m here? 13. Total spades cards are there 13. Okay, so here m upon n, m is 13 and n is total number of cards, that is nothing but 52. So the answer is 1 upon 4. So in this way we can solve the examples of probability. Second one, let's define the event B as getting face card. So how many face cards are there? There are 12 face cards. Okay, so total face cards are total number of face cards equals to 12. Okay, so in these face cards there are 4 king, okay, 4 queens, 4 queens and 4 jack. Okay, so in this way there are the total 12 face cards are there. Okay, so this is the M, and n is equals to 52. Okay, therefore probability of B is equals to 12 upon 52, which is equals to 3 upon 30. Okay, so in this way we can solve this example. Let's see second example. 5 men in a company of 20. 5 men in a company of 20 are having defect in eyesights. Okay, so there are total 20 men are there. Out of this 20, 5 men are having defect in eyesights. Okay, first of all we will write the given things. So total 20 people are there, 20 men are there, 20 men. Out of these 5 are having eyesights, defect in eyesights, defects in eyesights. Okay, so remaining 15 are, okay, they have non-defect, okay, or no defect in eyesights. No defect in eyesight. Okay, next, if 3 men are picked out of the 20 at random, so out of this 20, this is our population size. So out of this 20, a sample of 3 is taken. Okay, so out of this 20, we take a sample of 3. Now next, read the next line. Then what is the probability that? Okay, so with this information we have to find the probability of this each part. So the 3 means are picked out of this 20. So the first is find out the probability that all these 3 men, they all are suffering from defect in eyesight. Okay, so what is the first thing? So what is this 3? 3 is a sample from this 20. Okay, a sample of 3 is taken. Sample of 3 is taken out of 20. Okay, so let us define the event A here. All these 3 means are suffering from defect in eyesight. Okay, so the event A is all 3 means means selected suffering from defect, suffering from defect, suffering from defect in eyesight. Okay, so so the probability of this A, that is all three means are how many ways? See here. Okay, so with the concept of classical probability, we must have the M and N. Okay, so N is the total number of possible outcomes to the event. Okay, so how many ways we can select these three people or these three men out of this 20? So we can select this as by 20 C3. So this is 20 multiplied by 19 multiplied by 8. So what is this N? N is nothing but the three mains are selected from this 20 mains by 20 C3 ways. Okay, so it is 20 factorial divided by 20 minus 3, that is 17 factorial, multiplied by 3 factorial. Okay, so here the formula is NCR is equals to N factorial divided by N minus R factorial multiplied by R factorial. Okay, so it is equals to 20 multiplied by 19 multiplied by 18 multiplied by 17 factorial. So the 17 factorial get cancelled, divided by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1. Okay, so the answer is 1140. 1140. If you solve this, you will get this value. So this is N. So now here M is equals to, okay, so what is the M? All three mains are selected. They are suffering from defects in eyesights. Okay, so so out of this 20, how many are there? How many are there which have defects in eyesights? So there are the total 5 mains. Okay, so we can select these 3 mains having this defect in eyesights by 5C3 ways. Okay, so it is equals to 5 factorial divided by 3 factorial multiplied by 2 factorial. So it is equals to 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by, so these 3 factorial get cancelled here. It is 2 into 1, so it is 10. Okay, so therefore the probability of A, which is nothing but probability of probability of all are suffering from eyesights is equals to M upon N, where M is, this is 10, divided by 1140. Okay. Second one, okay, okay. What is the second part here? No one is suffering from defect in eyesights. Okay, so now here N is fixed. So N is 20C3, which is 1140. Okay, so what is the event B? So the event B is equals to no one is suffering from defect in eyesights. Okay, so there are total 15 mens are there which are no defects in eyesights. Okay, so we have to select these 3 people from this 15. Okay, so m is equals to 15. First of all, define what is b. So here b is no one is suffering. No one is suffering. No one is suffering from defect in eyesight. From defect in eyesight. Okay, so here m is equals to, so no one is having defect. Okay, तो हमें किस यहाँ से सिलेक्ट करने पड़ेंगे. ओके, सो द 15 आर देयर. यहाँ पे 5 लोग ऐसे हैं जिनको डिफेक्ट है. इसके लिए हमने इस पहले केस में जो हमने 3 सिलेक्ट किए वो यहाँ से सिलेक्ट किए. ठीक है, अब हमें प्रोबेबिलिटी किस चीज़ की निकालनी है कि जो हमने तीनों लोग सिलेक्ट किए हैं. ठीक है, वो तीनों लोग जो है हमको कोई डिफेक्ट नहीं है. ठीक है, तो ऐसे कितने लोग हैं? ऐसे टोटल 15 लोग हैं. तो ये जो 3 लोग हम सिलेक्ट करेंगे वो किन में से होंगे? इस 15 में से होंगे. ओके, सो m इज इक्वल्स टू, दिस इज 15 कॉम्बिनेशन 3. सो देयरफॉर द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ b, which is nothing but the probability of no one is suffering, no one is suffering from defect in eyesight, defect in eyesight is equals to. ठीक है, क्या आएगा ये हमारा आंसर? एम है हमारा यहाँ पे 15c3. ये सॉल्व कर लो यहाँ पे पहले. 15c3 आप यदि सॉल्व करोगे तो ये आपका आएगा 15 फैक्टोरियल डिवाइडेड बाय 15 माइनस 3 12 फैक्टोरियल मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 3 फैक्टोरियल which is equals to 15 multiplied by 14 multiplied by 13 multiplied by 12 factorial. 12 factorial 12 factorial get cancelled. So 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1. यदि आप ये सॉल्व करोगे तो आपका ये आंसर आएगा 455. ओके, so it is equals to m upon n, which is equals to m हमारा आया यहाँ पे 455 और n क्या है? n इज 1140. तो ये सॉल्व करके हमारा आंसर आएगा 91/228. ओके, तो इस तरह से हमें प्रोबेबिलिटी निकालनी है. ठीक है, मैं एक बार फिर से रिपीट करता हूँ. ये प्रोबेबिलिटी हमने कैसे निकाली? ये प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ऑल आर सफरिंग फ्रॉम आई साइट्स. ठीक है, तो इस 20 में से 5 लोग ऐसे हैं जिनको डिफेक्ट्स है. तो हमें 3 लोग हमने जो सिलेक्ट किए तो तीनों को डिफेक्ट होने की प्रोबेबिलिटी क्या है? ठीक है, तो ये तीनों हमें किस में से लेना है? इस 5 में से लेना है. ठीक है, क्योंकि 20 में से 5 लोग हैं जिनको डिफेक्ट है. तो इसलिए ये हमारी प्रोबेबिलिटी क्या आई? यम क्या आया यहाँ पे? 5c3. और सेकंड वन जो था, नो वन इज सफरिंग फ्रॉम डिफेक्ट इन आई साइट. ठीक है, तो ऐसे 15 लोग हैं. तो हम जो 3 सिलेक्ट कर रहे हैं तो इसमें से सिलेक्ट होंगे. तो दैट्स वाई हमारा एम क्या आया था वहाँ पे? दैट इज़ 15c3. ठीक है, आई होप आपको ये समझ में आया होगा. थर्ड यहाँ पे देखते हैं. द इवेंट सी इज इक्वल्स टू एट लीस्ट वन ऑफ देम इज सफरिंग फ्रॉम डिफेक्ट इन आई साइट. ठीक है, तो ये देखो इम्पोर्टेंट है, ये ध्यान से समझ लीजिए. एट लीस्ट वन ऑफ देम having defect in eye sight. मतलब क्या? हम 20 में से जो 3 लोग सिलेक्ट कर रहे हैं तो उसमें से कम एक जो है उसको डिफेक्ट है आई साइट में। ठीक है, तो हमने जो 3 सिलेक्ट किए हैं, तो ये हम देखो यहाँ पे क्या आएगा। तो वो कैसे होंगे, वो हम एक कॉम्बिनेशन के फॉर्म में लिख सकते हैं। मतलब कैसे, एक जो है, ठीक है, मतलब ये 3 में से एक जो आदमी है उसको डिफेक्ट है, 1 इज हैविंग डिफेक्ट और 2 नॉन डिफेक्टिव। ठीक है, एक अलग कॉम्बिनेशन ऐसे बन सकता है कि उस 3 में से 2 को डिफेक्ट है और एक नॉन डिफेक्टिव। ओके, या फिर एक अलग कॉम्बिनेशन ऐसे बन सकता है कि तीनों के तीनों इसमें डिफेक्ट है और 0 नॉन डिफेक्टिव। ओके, तो इस तरह से हमें एक कॉम्बिनेशन बनाना है। ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे देखो m क्या आएगा, 1 डिफेक्ट। ठीक है, आउट ऑफ हाउ मेनी, 5, so it is 5c1 multiplied by, तो 3 का हमने इस तरह से कॉम्बिनेशन बनाया। तो 15 2 नॉन डिफेक्टिव। okay, non defective means 2 person having no defect in eyesight, so it is 15c2, or means plus, okay, that is 5c2 multiplied by this 15c1 plus 5c3 multiplied by 15c0। ठीक है, so it is equals to 5c1 is 5 multiplied by, ठीक है, यदि आप ये सॉल्व करोगे, ठीक है, सिंपल है, सॉल्व करना कोई डिफिकल्ट नहीं, यू विल गेट, यू कैन इजीली सॉल्व दिस। सो द आंसर इज 685। therefore the probability of C, which is nothing but the probability of at least one of them having defect in eyesight is equals to this 685 divided by 1140, which is equals to 137 divided by 228. Okay, so in this way we can solve this problem. Okay, now these problems are based on the classical approach. Okay, this is the classical probability. Now let's see the next concept, that is the probability by using axiomatic approach. Okay, so let's see its definition. Okay. Okay. Axiomatic approach to probability. Or axiomatic definition of probability. Axiomatic definition of probability. So in the definition of classical probability, there are some limitations. Okay, so we cannot apply the concept of this classical probability in some situations. Okay, it means if the outcomes of random experiment, if they are not equally likely, okay, or if the number of total number of cases, possible cases, if they are not finite, or if you don't know how many total number of all possible cases are there. Okay, so with these conditions we cannot apply the classical approach. Okay, so these are the limitations. To overcome these limitations, there is the next definition, that is our axiomatic definition of probability. Okay, so let's see its definition. Let omega, which is nothing but sample space, with the sample space let omega be the sample space of random experiment let capital A be any event defined on omega, full stop. The function P called probability function, the function P called probability function or the probability measure, the function P called probability function or probability measure okay, if it satisfies following axioms. If it satisfies, it means what? If this function P satisfies following axioms, it satisfies following axioms. Okay. Number one, probability of event A. Okay. So A is the event defined on the sample space omega. So the probability of this event, it should be always greater than or equals to 0. फॉर एनी इवेंट ए, किसी भी इवेंट के लिए, ठीक है, किसी एक इवेंट के लिए नहीं, हम कोई भी इवेंट ए डिफाइन यदि करते हैं इस ओमेगा पे, तो प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए फॉर एनी इवेंट ए जो हम इस ओमेगा पर डिफाइन करेंगे उसके लिए प्रोबेबिलिटी क्या रहेंगी? इट इज़ ग्रेटर देन और इक्वल्स टू 0 फॉर एनी ए विच बिलोंग्स टू ओमेगा. ठीक है. सेकेंड कंडीशन है इसकी, प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ सैम्पल स्पेस जो है वो हमारा 1 रहता है. ओके. एंड द थर्ड कंडीशन इज प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए यूनियन बी, it is equals to probability of A plus probability of B for every pair of mutually exclusive, for every pair of mutually exclusive events defined on omega, events defined on omega. Okay, so these are the three conditions. Probability of any event A which is defined on this omega, it should be greater than or equals to 0. The probability of sample space, it is always equals to 1. Okay, and if you take the two events, if they are mutually exclusive, then the probability of A and B equals to this, probability of A plus probability of B. Okay. So now let's see some theorems on probability. Okay, we will not see its proof. Proofs are not required for you. Okay, so I will just state, I will just provide you the formulas or the statements of theorems on probability, and we will solve some examples on that theorems. Okay. Theorems of probability. Theorems on probability. Okay. First one, for any event A, defined on omega, on omega, the value of probability A is in between 0 to 1. Second, probability of A complement is always equals to 1 minus probability of A. Okay, in the remarks we have seen, ठीक है, यहाँ पे देखो हमने क्लासिकल अप्रोच के नीचे एक डेफिनेशन देखी थी, probability of A complement is equal to 1 minus probability of A, ठीक, that is the addition of them, it is 1. So the probability of A complement, it is equals to 1 minus probability of A, where this A complement is what? Where what is this notation? A dash, where this A dash is what? A dash is complement of A. Complement of A. Okay. Next, the probability of an impossible event. Okay, I think in the last lecture we have defined that the null event. Okay, so that is impossible event. ठीक है, पिछले लेक्चर में हमने वो null event करके डिफाइन किया था, तो उसे impossible event ऐसे कहा जाता है. So the probability of an impossible event, the probability of an impossible event is 0. Okay, that is probability of phi is equals to 0. So what is this impossible event? The event is called as impossible event if if it does not contain any element from the sample space omega. Okay. Next, if A and B are events defined on omega, if A and B are events defined on omega such that, okay, so this is the notation, such that A is subset of B, then probability of A is less than or equals to probability of B. Okay. So if A is subset of B, then the probability of this event A is less than or equals to probability of B. Similarly, we can define if B is subset of A, then probability of this B is less than or equal to probability of A. Okay. Next one, if A and B are, if A and B are any two events, defined on omega, then probability of A union B is equals to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Okay. So this is called as the addition theorem of probability. Okay. So this is the important formula. Okay. So mostly many examples are asked on this formula. Okay. So these are the important formulas or the theorems on the probability. So now let's solve examples. based on this theorems on probability. Mostly this theorem or this formula is used, okay, in solving the problems on probability. So let's solve this problem. Let A and B be two events connected with a random experiment such that probability of A equals to 1 by 2, probability of A union B is 3 by 4, and probability of B complement is 5 by 8. Okay, and we have to find these probabilities. Okay, so let's solve this. Okay, so to solve this, we will use the addition probability formula, this one, and we will use this formula also, that is probability of A complement is equal to this one. Okay. So let's try to solve the problem. Okay. What are the given things? Probability of A equals to 1 by 2, probability of A union B is equals to 3 by 4, probability of B complement is 5 by 8. Okay. Now we know that probability of A union B is equals to, as here probability of B complement is 5 by 8, therefore okay, we can find out probability of B is equals to, we have the formula probability of B complement is equals to 1 minus probability of B. Okay, so this implies that probability of B is equals to 1 minus probability of B complement, so which is nothing but 1 minus 5 upon 8, which is equals to 8 minus 5 upon 8, which is equals to 3 upon 8. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे देखो हमने probability of B यहाँ पे निकाला, तो probability of B यहाँ पे क्या मिला हमें? probability of B is equals to 3 by 8. ठीक है, now अब हमें क्या निकालना है? probability of A intersection B. तो ये प्रोबेबिलिटी फाइंड आउट करने के लिए हम एडिशन प्रोबेबिलिटी का फॉर्मूला यूज़ करेंगे. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे देखो व्हाट इज द फॉर्मूला ऑफ प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए यूनियन बी. प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए यूनियन बी इट इज इक्वल्स टू प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए प्लस प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ बी माइनस प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए इंटरसेक्शन बी. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे देखो हमें प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए यूनियन बी पता है. ओके, वी आल्सो नो प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए एंड वी जस्ट फाइंड आउट दिस प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ बी. ठीक है, तो हमें सिर्फ ए यहाँ पे पता नहीं है. ठीक है, और वही निकालना है प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए इंटरसेक्शन बी. So this implies probability of A intersection B is equals to probability of A plus probability of B, ठीक है, माइनस probability of A union B. यहाँ पे वैल्यू पुटअप करो, हमें आंसर मिल जाएगा. व्हाट इज probability of A? It is 1 by 2 plus probability of B is 3 by 8. A intersection B, सॉरी A union B 3 by 4. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे हमारा LCM क्या है? LCM इज 8. So this is 2 into 4, so it is, this is 4 plus this is 3 minus 6. So this is 4 plus 3, 7 minus 6, 1 upon 8. ठीक है, अगला सॉल्व करते हैं. प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए कॉम्प्लीमेंट इंटरसेक्शन बी, ए कॉम्प्लीमेंट इंटरसेक्शन बी. ठीक है, तो इसके फॉर्मूले हमने फर्स्ट लेक्चर में ही देखे. ठीक है, व्हाट इज द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए कॉम्प्लीमेंट इंटरसेक्शन बी. ठीक है, इसका फॉर्मूला ए कॉम्प्लीमेंट इंटरसेक्शन बी का हमने मीनिंग समझ लिया था. ठीक है, लास्ट लेक्चर में. बट व्हाट इज द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए कॉम्प्लीमेंट इंटरसेक्शन बी? इट्स फॉर्मूला इज प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ बी माइनस प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए इंटरसेक्शन बी. ठीक है, तो ये जो हमने फॉर्मूलेस की लिस्ट की है उसमें ये भी ऐड कर लीजिए. ओके, probability of A complement intersection B is equals to probability of B माइनस प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए इंटरसेक्शन बी. ठीक है, उसी तरह से प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए इंटरसेक्शन बी कॉम्प्लीमेंट इज इक्वल्स टू प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए माइनस प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए इंटरसेक्शन बी. ठीक है, तो प्रोबेबिलिटी बी क्या है यहाँ पे? द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ बी इज 3/8 माइनस probability of A intersection B is 1/8. So the answer is 2/8, which is equals to 1/4. Next one, probability of A intersection B complement. ठीक है, सिमिलर ऐसे ही हम इसे सॉल्व करेंगे. probability of intersection B सेम है, जैसे हमने 2 सॉल्व किया वैसे ही इसे सॉल्व करेंगे. probability of A माइनस probability of A intersection B. So the probability of A, what is probability of A? 1/2 minus 1/8, which is equals to LCM is 8, so it is 4 minus 1, 3/8. Fourth one, probability of A complement union B complement. Probability of A complement union B complement. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे देखो हम डी मॉर्गन्स लॉ यूज करेंगे. ओके, डी मॉर्गन्स लॉ क्या होता है? प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए कॉम्प्लीमेंट यूनियन बी कॉम्प्लीमेंट इज इक्वल्स टू ए इंटरसेक्शन बी कॉम्प्लीमेंट. बराबर है क्या? ए कॉम्प्लीमेंट, यस. ओके, ए इंटरसेक्शन बी कॉम्प्लीमेंट. और यहाँ पे यदि ए कॉम्प्लीमेंट इंटरसेक्शन बी कॉम्प्लीमेंट ऐसे होगा तो इट इज इक्वल्स टू ए, साइन यहाँ पे चेंज हो जाएगा, इट इज ए यूनियन बी कॉम्प्लीमेंट. ठीक है, सो दिस आर द डी मॉर्गन्स लॉज. डी मॉर्गन्स लॉज. ओके, so probability of A complement union B complement is equals to with by this De Morgan law it is equals to A intersection B complement, okay, which is equals to 1 minus what is the definition of probability of A complement? It is 1 minus probability of A. Okay, it means here probability of A intersection B. So which is equals to 1 minus probability of intersection B is 1/8. So this answer is 7/8. Last one, probability of A complement intersection B complement. Probability of A complement intersection B complement. So it is equals to probability of A union B complement, which is nothing but 1 minus probability of A union B, which is equals to 1 minus, okay, just wait, A complement intersection B complement is equal to A union B complement. Okay, this is by again this De Morgan law. And what is probability of A union B? Probability of A union B is 3/4. Okay, so it is 4 minus 3, it is 1/4. Okay, so in this way we can solve these examples of probability. So to solve these examples we have to use these formulas of probability. Okay, so and also we require some other results also like De Morgan's law, ठीक है, etc. ठीक है, तो इस तरह से हमें प्रोबेबिलिटी के एग्जांपल सॉल्व करने होते हैं. आपको ये बहुत बार ऐसे सिंपल एग्जांपल आपके एग्जाम में पूछे जाते हैं. ठीक है, सो फॉर दिस लेक्चर वी स्टॉप हियर. थैंक यू.